Mr. Holy Deer here, and we are going to play Mordheim City of the Dam. In the last episode, I explained a little about how you should start your warband and how to prepare for the first mission. So let's go ahead. As you can see in this map, I am going to start down here, and there's a whole bunch of warstone here, a whole bunch of warstone loot there. And my enemies are going to spawn mainly in this area. So what I am going to do is I am going to figure out which way am I going. I actually believe that this guy are going to start here, and this guy can start over here. This guy are going to follow my leader, and these two guys are going to go this way. So the reason why I place those out here is because they cannot move that far, and if they ever are going to get to the combat, they are needing to have a little head start. I will start going over and collecting those dear precious warpstone. As I said in the earlier video, warpstone have a huge importance throughout the whole game because it's the main way you are going to get gold through the game, and you will get side missions where you need to send shipments of warpstone to the Shadow Lord if you are playing Chaos, or the Murder Lord if you are playing Skaven. I have not tried to play either Mercenary or Sister, so I do not know who their leader is. As you can see, I have placed my guy out here, and right now is the enemy's turn. I am playing against mercenaries, so hopefully this is going to be quite easy. I am going to try to make those two go, one of those go up here, the other guy go within here, and just have those two ranged guys standing strategic points, and hopefully get some good shots. Let's see. Yeah. At the beginning of the game, you do not have that much mobilities, and if you get armor on, you even get a shorter range you can go. Leather armor, I don't believe is that much of the max range you can walk, but if you gain a heavy armor on, as you're going to see later in the game, you actually substantial put down your movement range. The bad thing with this game is each and every time it's your enemy's turn to move. You need just to sit and wait, and it can take quite some time. As you see right now, I'm going back because I believe I can do it better and use that short movement you have as most optimal as possible, because just one or two steps can make a whole difference if you can engage in combat or not engage in combat. And for the last two guys, this guy was going over here. As you can see, they cannot even that guy started behind. The other guy started behind this guy. He cannot even run half the range. So, and you are going to go in here. Hopefully, I will not lose any men in this walkthrough, but you never know. Sometimes the enemy mods are pretty good at ganking up upon you, and you can get actually quite surprised how fast it can go sometimes. The reason why I was going up here is because on the map I could see there was some warpstone, and I believe there must be a little bit more warpstone up here somewhere. Yes, there's 2 bags of warpstone. So I'm going up here with this guy because he is not going to be engaging hopefully that much close combat, but of course his inventory is always full, so now I need to take the other guy up with me as well. But this guy, I usually always at the beginning of a game go around, collect little, so the other guys can get a chance to get up and start the fight, and then this guy can come in afterward and cast some spells and hopefully change the tides of who is going to win and who is not going to win. The enemy mercenary right now have two ranged guys and one shield guy, and their hero class, he can either be a range guy and or he can be a melee guy. So you never know before you see them. So hopefully, hopefully a lot of melee guys, so I can use the advantage of having two range units. But you never know. Right now, I am thinking about either continue up here and try to collect this, but if some of the enemy's units are in here, that would be quite dumb to have my ranged guy all front and all face. So I actually believe I am going to get back in here and again using my bubbles as much as I can, and then check out Overwatch things. At the end of your turn, if you have more, you can see the blue dots and the red dots down here. The blue dots is your strategic points. It's how long you can move, and is what you use to either dodge or parry. This guy cannot parry because he have a bow in the hand, so he can only dodge. That is a very important. There's some requirement before you can parry. Either you need to have a shield or you need to have a sword, and if you're dual wielding. So the red points down here are your offensive points, and that is what you are needing to use to make your attacks, and so so it is quite important to know how to use those as best as possible. At the beginning of your game, you are using all your strategic points to get where you're needing to go, and using your offensive point to get into these ambush stains or Overwatch stains if they are ranged guy. Later in the game, sometimes it can probably be best to not use all of their strategic points to get over to some place, but stop a little before and go into a dodgy stage if you think, oh, there's coming some enemies soon, and I rather they have a harder time to hit me and I can make some counter strikes back at them than having him in an ambush stage. But that is some later game tactics. Right now we are just waiting for the enemy to finish up his turn so we can move our two slow guys. This guy I am actually going to continue with, because I have no problem in this guy engaging in some close combat up there. It was more my range guy I fear for. So as you can see right now, I can now see 4 of the enemy's units, and hopefully this guy will draw their attention. Right now I'm going down with this guy, and yeah, always make sure that you just check these, because this one is 10 times more worth than, actually 25 times more worth than this, and this is the weakest warstone, this is the medium, and this is the best warstone. So I rather change that out, and if I remember it, I need to send another guy up here to collect the remaining warpstone. Right now I am not going to get any more closer with this guy, but I am going to buff this guy with the only spell you start with this, and is failed of course, is Weapon of Destruction. Melee attack bypass 10% armor absorption, melee damage increased by 20%, not stackable. Exactly against Sisters of Sigma and the Mercenary. They are usually heavy armor wielding guys. So yeah, this is a quite good spell, but my mage is really bad at casting magic, so he did do shit this turn. Now you see one of my range guy have overview, but he did not hit either, and he is probably going to engage in combat with souls. Another ranger? No. I'm not allowed to do anything in this game, I believe. So, but let's see if when it get my turn, if the tides change. Yes. As you can see, to reload you also are using your strategic points, and you can choose to either shoot a normal shoot with a, as you can see here, 72% chance to hit, or you can use 2 strategic points extra and then shoot more, get a 92% instead. I am going to sacrifice 2 strategic points because he's not going anywhere, and I should still have enough strategic points to reload again, and now I can shoot the weaker, less successful chains blowout now. So I hit both times this time, and that was very good. Hopefully I can now engage him in some close combat. It's harder to hit targets who are engaged in close combat with your range unit, but if you then I could have used his movement to get up on another level, and then you get bonus as well. As you can see, this ranged guy, he is standing taller than the other guys, and he get a bonus to hit people. So but he is also that much better ranger, so you cannot see the difference between him and the other guy, but and he only got one shot, so now the other guy come down, and yes, he didn't have enough range. I'm still thinking about leaving those guys to what they are doing and still moving this guy up and getting some warpstone, because hell yeah, I like to gain some more warpstone, so I'm going to do that. Pretty irritating, I could not make it, but at least the next turn, and hopefully he can come and ambush people from behind. Nope, I didn't get the chance of the reason why I was moving away from him is I tried to make enough distance so I could make a charge to him, and maybe I would have had a chance to one strike him, but didn't happen. But luckily, this guy I can afford to lose. That other guy is more important to kill, so. I'm not going to use magic because it was just one hit he was missing before he was there, so. Now, you can choose to loot him, and he is carrying a lot of warstone, but this guy's inventory is already completely full, so I am going to leave that to somebody else. Let's see if I can get a magical weapon in to work. Yes! Amazing how happy you can be when you succeed at something. Now, because I'm actually having a pretty good stand right now, so have to range guy to weaken the opponents before they get close to my melee guys. So just getting him over here, and as you can see, this is a whole lot easier to hit these guys because they have not as much range resistance as that hero class I've just killed. So it has something to say, and I'm again going to spend extra 2 strategic points just to be 100% sure I'm hitting, and luckily for me I crit. When you critical hit you have a quite huge chance, do I think, to make the enemy stunned. So and when you stun an enemy, he is going to lose 1 offensive point, so that is actually quite nice. And this guy I'm also want to be 100% sure that I hit it. And when enemies units are stunned, they're also suffering or also more easy to hit or crit. So you're very happy when some of your enemies get stunned, and you get quite mad if the enemy stuns one of your minions. That was not as wise from the enemy, but okay, I can live with that. And again, gather as much warpstone as you need. Right now, I have already lowered the enemy's morale, and maybe I should go more in depth with that. You can see each time I pick up some warstone, there's a chance you get either a buff or a negative effect. So you can also take damage. So be careful with gathering warstone if you have a unit who are near death, because there's a chance he gets 16 in damage and then you just kill him. And yeah, that is just stupid. Do not pick up warpstone if you have low health minion. Another thing I need to show is this up here. You can see my morale and the enemy's morale. And because I have already slain a hero and only a hero actually, he have already lowered his morale quite a bit. So that is very important to make sure that your morale don't go down, because if it goes longer down than down to this line here. Each round you need to take a test if your men are going to scatter and you are losing the mission. So keep up the morale. As you can see, this man, he can move very little, and that is actually quite annoying. So I do not know, because I believe his inventory is so full that he has been shortened so much, but and now I am going to take a quite huge decision. Am I going to smash in him? Yes, I am. Bam! Critical hit. As you can see, this guy cannot cannot use his parry stain, but he could use his dodge stain. But since I have not leveled up anything in agility to him, his dodge are nearly useless. So right now you think, oh, he can charge, but do not charge here, because as you can see, I have 5 offensive points and it costs 3 to charge. So if I charge it, I could not give him 2 hits, and I rather hit him twice than give him 1 big hit. You can see first hit and second hit have a. I just think you might have a bigger chance to hitting with bows and maybe have double the crit. I like to hit twice than hitting 1 time strong, but that is my opinion as well. Some enemy running random around, and this guy is engaging in combat, so I'm switching over to his second weapon, and no hit. So he's going to survive. And the worst part is, sometimes you are thinking, oh, if I just can kill 1 or 2 guys, then I can gather enough warpstone to complete my side mission. But right now, if I kill 1 or 2 of the enemy's guys, I'm not going. They are going to have a so low morale, so you cannot. So you don't have time to collect it. So right now, I'm actually using all my ranged guys to pick off the last warpstone, hopefully, and make sure that I complete that extra quest that is, and I can still hopefully shoot after I have. Oh, missed. Come on. Oh, right out of sight, because that asshole shot me. And because of that, I cannot get into a change where I can actually use this guy to shoot. So that was quite irritating. That guy was ambushing in there, but nothing to do about it. And he didn't complete the fear test, and that is also something you need to keep in mind. If one of your units is engaged with 2 people at the same time, they need to take a fear test, and if they don't succeed that, they will lose their turn. They will not get allowed or either run away from combat. So very important that you complete your fear test. The good thing with chaos is these guys you see here and the marauders. They cannot be scared. So they never need to take a fear test. Also, if you're against big units, they are automatic success against those as well. Terror test and something. They are some pretty nasty motherfuckers. And I'm going to steal a shield because one of my guys are missing a shield still, and I am leaving one spot or two spot to gain the last warpstone, and now I've completed that extra mission there was. So, and now I'm just going over here just to put a little bit more pressure into this fight, and he's gone. So before us get the after this guy have his turn, the enemy's morale have now been lowered so much, so they need to take their morale test, and I'm quite sure they're not going to take it, so I'm just going to drop the turn, and you can see enemy morale failed. So that was a quite good one. I gathered the 10 necessary warpstones to complete the extra mission. As you can see, I've unlocked 3 extra XP because I've completed all objectives. Battleground victorious, I gained 2 extra warpstone, and I also got some a potion. So that was the first mission, and at the start the enemies are not going to play as well, but trust me, if you have not tried it before, and if you scale your men too much, as like I have tended one of my guy out alone, that could have ended horribly wrong, because all the enemies could have started up there and then they will kill him in less than 3 seconds, and you will be behind in men for the rest of the mission. So you can see my reward here, that it was all I collected, and now you have completed your first, so you need to pay some gold for the effort, your men's effort. So you say here, that is your payment check. And now you can go to the level. You can see I got 1 unused point here, and I got 1 unused point here. Because I am going to make this into a mage dude, I am going to take some intellect here. I am thinking about making maybe taking some leadership here instead, but I am going to make him into an awesome spellcaster, so I just take some intelligence. When it comes to the physical, I am definitely going to take some toughness, and that is just because I am going to use him also in close combat to go in and finish like I did in last game. So that is why I am going to take toughness, so he can be a little bit tough. This guy down here, I am going to take 1 more in ballistic skills. I'm not going to level his ballistic skills anymore, but at 6, 9, 12 and 15 you unlock new skills. I can go into ballistic skills because I have just reached level 9. You can see this ability here. I can buy this if I wanted it to, so it's a good thing to get things up to. I usually level a thing for, if like this was for level 5 to 6, and for 6 to 9, and yeah, that is my personal way to level things. Like here, I only miss 1 to get 6 in toughness, so you have that. So yeah, I am going, and the next time I am going to level strength maybe 2 times until I get that to level 6, but then I'm going to level toughness to level 13 maybe even. So but that is up to your personal yeah, that is up to you, how you like to level your men. But I can advise, especially with these melee dudes, that you either think about, what is this guy going to do? Is he going to parry, or are I going to block? And I would say all young all the hecklers, all these common units, make them into people who parry, because they are going to get a lot of weapon skill, because you cannot use ballistic skills, and accuracy, yes, you could put some points in that, but I have never done that. I always give them max weapon skill, and weapon skill give them parry chance. So you do not need agility, will give you dust change. So you can also use all your points up here either in toughness or strength, but that is my personal reference as well. But I'm going to leave him one in toughness so he can take a little more. And I am not going to give him leadership because he cannot fail any morale check. So I do not need to fear this with this guy. I am going to give him more in alert, and that is just because then he have a higher initiative and better range resistance. And so I believe this is the best to start with. I will level this up to 6 before I will start on a little bit leadership, because leadership is also morale, and you are going to need that as well. So and the same thing here. Oh, I have taken them all. No, this one I missed. Dum and dum. Yes. And with this rain guy, I am also giving more alert, because you're also going to, yeah, be more alert. There's a lot of skills who can help you in alert as well. So again, leadership, they're not that important with this group. It's more important with Skaven to have a higher leadership, because they will run all the time. So, but this was mostly what I was going to do in this video. Now I'm going to sleep one day, because that would unlock our new smuggle route. And as you can see, already have started asking me for gathering 75, and if I cannot gather this will only be more expenses for me, and my men will lose a lot of morale. As you can see in here, there's other things you can send to as well, but do not focus on this. Just complete your shipment request. When there's a counter up here, you need to send something to this guy, or else you will get in big trouble. So I still need a couple of wyrdstone to be complete with this quest, so I could rather go out and take a new mission. There's a lot of mission and everything, but this was just a little tips and guides to how to play the mission. The next video I am going to make is going to be the first mission. I am not going to, maybe I'm going to show up how I fight some different fights, but I am going to mostly focus on showing you the mission fights, because there are going to come some real missions, and those are quite some tough if you do not know what to do and what not to do. So it's the whole idea here, and if you like this video, please leave a like. If you would also leave a comment or subscribe, that would be really great, and bye bye.